This article is being read by an automated voice. Chapter 3.3 New F-gas regulations in New York and Washington State. New York. In February 2024, the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, or DEC, opened a public comment period on a proposed rule amending the state's HFC regulations. This included setting a GWP limit of greater than 10 by 2034 for many types of equipment used in commercial and industrial refrigeration. The amended regulation, the DEC's 6 NYCRR Part 494, Hydrofluorocarbon Standards and Reporting, would notably set 20-year GWP limits as opposed to the commonly used 100-year GWP limits. The public comment period was open until March 19th, and on March 13th, the DEC held a public online hearing to address misconceptions around the regulation, which attracted strong pushback from some retailers in the state concerned that the regulation would require existing equipment to be replaced before the end of its useful life. The amended regulation, which does not require existing equipment to be replaced before the end of its useful life, was finalized on December 23, 2024. The following prohibition dates pertain to newly installed field charge systems and newly manufactured systems: supermarket systems, remote condensing units, cold storage warehouses, and industrial process refrigeration. Regulated substances, which are F-gases including HFCs, HFOs, and blends, with a GWP 20 greater than 580 for equipment with refrigerant charge capacity of 50 pounds or greater. January 1st, 2026 prohibition date. F-gases with a GWP 20 greater than 943 for equipment with refrigerant charge capacity of less than 50 pounds. Prohibition date January 1st, 2026. F-gases with a GWP 20 greater than 10. Prohibition date January 1st, 2034. Standalone commercial units low and medium temperature. F-gases with a GWP 100 of 150 or greater. Prohibition date January 1st, 2025. F-gases with a GWP 20 greater than 10. Prohibition date January 1st, 2025-2034. Ice rinks. F-gases with a GWP 20 greater than 580. Prohibition date January 1st, 2026. F-gases with a GWP 20 greater than 10. Prohibition date January 1, 2030. Chillers for comfort cooling. F-gases with a GWP 100 of 700 or greater. Prohibition date January 1st, 2025. All chillers. F-gases with a GWP 20 greater than 20. Prohibition date January 1st, 2030. Heat pump chillers for comfort cooling. F-gases with a GWP 100 of 700 or greater. Prohibition date January 1st, 2025. All heat pump chillers. F-gases with a GWP 20 greater than 20. Prohibition date January 1st, 2034. Self-contained residential and light commercial air conditioning and heat pump products. F-gases with a GWP 100 of 700 or greater. Prohibition date January 1st, 2026. All residential and light commercial air conditioning and heat pumps. F-gases with a GWP 20 greater than 10. Prohibition date January 1st, 2034. To help small businesses comply with the phase-out of HFCs from grocery stores and food storage facilities in disadvantaged communities, the DEC is finalizing the development of a new grant program. The DEC issued draft eligibility and guidelines in June 2024, and said grant availability and additional details will be provided in the coming months. New York's new HFC regulations will drive an immediate uptick in the adoption of natural refrigerants in many newly built supermarkets, although the full impact in the commercial sector will take time to realize as existing equipment continues through its useful life. There are 24,000 food retail stores in New York, licensed by the state's Department of Agriculture and Markets, a list that includes convenience stores, supermarkets, and restaurants. On the industrial side, there are an estimated 28 refrigerated warehouses in the state. Like in the commercial sector, the immediate impact of this policy will be limited to new developments. One such project is a 132,865 feet squared, 12,343 meters squared, cold storage facility under construction in West Seneca, near Buffalo. The facility, slated for completion in 2025, will feature approximately 20,000 pallet positions and use a low-charge ammonia refrigeration system. Washington State. A new Washington State Department of Ecology regulation restricting the GWP of F gases in new and retrofitted commercial and industrial refrigeration equipment, along with residential air conditioners and dehumidifiers, became law in 2024. Starting in 2025, the sale of new commercial and industrial refrigeration equipment, excluding chillers that uses refrigerants with a GWP greater than 150, will be banned. For retrofit systems, the ban comes into effect in 2029. The regulation applies to equipment with a refrigerant charge of more than 50 pounds. Beginning in 2029, the sale of new and retrofitted industrial chillers with a GWP greater than 750 is also banned. The regulation also applies fees to operators of commercial and industrial refrigeration equipment using refrigerants with a GWP greater than 150 in systems, with a charge of more than 200 pounds, 90.7 kilograms. Starting in 2026, operators of equipment with a charge of 200 to 1,499 pounds of refrigerant will pay annual fees of $170, 155 euros, while systems requiring 1,500 pounds, 680.4 kilograms, of refrigerant or more will owe a one-time fee of $150, 137 euros, and an annual fee of $370, 338 euros. The funds will be used to administer the state's new refrigerant management program, overseen by the Department of Ecology, which requires end users to record their HFC usage and take measures to repair leaks. The Department of Ecology has also set leak rate thresholds for commercial operators using equipment with more than 50 pounds of refrigerant. The thresholds use a 12-month rolling average, with businesses required to calculate leaks every time they're inspected for them or when new refrigerant is added. The threshold for commercial refrigeration is 16%, and for industrial process refrigeration, it's 24%. Businesses will be required to report all leaks to the Department of Ecology and will have to complete repairs within 14 days using a certified technician, or within 45 or 120 days if an allowance is granted. The law authorizing the regulations was signed by Governor Jay Inslee in May 2021.